Well, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time it may be. Welcome to the latest Laughing Place Walk and Talk. We are in the Valley of Moara at Disney's Animal Kingdom with Jeremiah. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Calte, Luke, Calte. I'm doing well.
Sivako! Woo!
No, I'm not Steve Cohen today.
No Sivako? Okay. I am Luke. I'm over here at Laughing Place headquarters, just a few short miles away from the Animal Kingdom. And today we're going to take a stroll around the park. Today is the release date of Avatar Fire and Ash. So we're going to take a look at any of the ways they might be celebrating that in Pandora. And check out some of the holiday festivities.
Yes, I. It's funny. I think I, along with a lot of people I know, um, care more about this area than they do about the movies. This area is super themed. The attraction, Flight of Passage is one of those to the next level attractions. The River Journey, oh, it's cute. You got an amazing animatronic when it
It's
works.
it's not bad.
Yeah, and it's the 60-minute wait that does it in.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with that was the capacity. It's
Yeah,
just for you'd think a boat ride would have amazing capacity, but because they built it so small, it's so hard to get on that ride without waiting at least 30 minutes or something.
yeah. And I will share a quick story. I had a chance to talk with Joe Rody pretty extensively about Avatar and his thoughts and how it came to be. And one of the things that he was almost angry about was how everybody said, "Oh, they cut the budget for the river journey." Um, they were given a budget, they built to the budget, and then they were given more money. But the problem was they were given more money after the fact that they built an attraction underneath another attraction. So they plus the inside of the river journey, but there isn't much they can do to expand a building that's already built. So
Yeah.
that's why it is so short, but it definitely does have the most advanced animatronics. Still to this day, I look back at that D23 video of where they had the shaman talking, and then I don't remember who came out afterwards. It may have been Josh. And he goes, by the way, that was an animatronic where we all could have sworn that it was an actual human with makeup on.
I also love that they thought ahead, and that if the animatronic isn't working, which obviously is not ideal, but at least then they have the screen instead of it just
Yeah,
doing
I
nothing.
I hadn't seen the screen until pretty recently, but yeah, that it is a step down, but it's still, again, like you said, good thinking on their behalf. So do you know what this plant over here is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I can never remember its full name. It's the flaca.
Okay.
See the spores that are coming off the top of it and dripping on the front of it? That is
Hmm.
actually how we can breathe on Pandora. The flaca here releases spores that let us breathe oxygen.
Yeah, I had
Again,
no idea. That actually makes
yeah,
a lot of sense.
um, this when this area opened, I was lucky enough to be at the media event where most of these lights weren't existent at that time, and the bioluminescent, while it looked amazing, wasn't that bright. So
Yeah.
uh, Benji and I were at that event, and we lost each other. It was not easy to find each other again. So here's something I bet you never have noticed, Luke. Hang on, I'm actually going to use our fancy dancy Zoom.
Cameras have zooms. Ooh.
So that
Did I
is,
see water coming from that, or am I imagining that?
well, this is the stream, and then across the way is a grounded helicopter that is supposed to be one of the RDA.
RDA?
Thank you.
RDA, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of their helicopters, And there's also a motorcycle that is overgrown in there. And this was put in at opening, before opening, but it's something that is so overlooked. But it's been sitting there rotting for, I can't even think of how many years now.
Well, let me tell you, you are 1,000% right. I have never noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can, so that's the cabin. And then there is the tail section of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this,
I have definitely never noticed that.
and for those of you who visited Disney's Animal Kingdom before the World of Pandora, you may remember this cute little stream in Camp Mini Mickey. This is the exact same stream. So where the crashed helicopter is would have been where Daisy and Huey, Dewey, and Louie were, all in their camp costumes, heading out to explore the wilderness.
I never went through Camp Mini Mickey that much because they're just at that point there wasn't much for me there,
Mhm.
um, and so I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. I have lots of pictures because even before we started documenting things before they closed, I was documenting things before they closed because I'm just that much of a nerd. So
Yeah.
one of these days, I want to do a side by side of then and now, just to kind of capture how cool this transformation was. So we're also doing the iPhone microphone like we've been trying to do the past couple of live streams, so you can hear more. Because in this area, and I wish I had written this down, and I need to find the number somewhere. There are more speakers in this land on the outskirts of the land than there is in the rest of the park. So while
That
you're
makes a lot of
walking,
sense.
yeah, you can hear the animals behind the bushes. You can hear trampling. If you're in here at night, it is creepy because the sounds are so loud. When it's not many people are in here later in the evening, which is rare and one of those things that I suggest you should always try to do because it is just the coolest area.
Now, before we mention anything else, I just want to say a quick hello to Fred Ramirez, who
Hey,
wished
Fred.
us a greetings. And Kyle said, I wonder if the budget would have been bigger from the start if Disney had owned Avatar at that point.
Probably because they were saving up a few pretty pennies to actually purchase Avatar.
And the entirety of
Yeah.
20th Century Fox.
So, the restrooms, okay, those are cool. That's the RDR. But then we come over here and there's a four wheeler. Actually,
Huh.
there's two four wheelers in here. Um,
Again, something else I've never noticed.
yeah, this this land has so much story built into it. It's amazing. Um, like I said, the movies I can't say I'm not a fan of because I bought a ticket to go see the third one later today. Uh, which, by the way, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes long. So
Yeah, that's a big part of why I'm turned off of the movies.
yeah, I will say if it wasn't for the trailer, and I've heard that there's actually a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer before it also. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, the Doomsday trailer is what's really driving me because I didn't watch it while it leaked online, thankfully.
Yeah, I never try and watch leaked trailers because it's not that fun to look at.
No. So when this land was designed, Joe Rody wanted it to be very natural. This is where the Navi live. Actually, the Navi live over the Honolulu Mountains, but the Navi have been here, and of course, the shaman is in there. But they didn't want attraction signs because it's all supposed to be natural. So they put totems in front of the attractions. I'm trying to get one without the massive glare of the sun. That
Yeah,
doesn't seem to
we
be happening.
can just about make
There we
it
go.
out.
There we go. Yeah. So if you look, that's actually the shaman.
And you know what?
Oh,
I'm very
wild.
surprised that almost 10 years later, we still don't have attraction signs.
Yeah,
They went ahead and installed like directional signage in the land.
yeah,
At
that was definitely
yeah.
needed.
But at the same point, I think a well themed attraction sign would not take you out of the immersion that much.
No, again, it's just like with Galaxy's Edge. Like, yes, the immersion is amazing and very cool, but the average park guest doesn't understand what Calpe means or bright suns. They just know they want to go on Flight of Passage. Actually, they just say they want to go on Avatar. So,
Yes.
I will say that the years that this park area has been open, uh, the plants, I mean, they look still very natural, but they're definitely faded in the color. And this area is the exit of the river journey, which to me is one of the most beautiful areas of the park, but nobody ever pauses to take a look at it.
Yeah, no, I really like when you're walking up the queue to Flight of Passage and also walking down to, that you get some pretty spectacular views there, especially that spot where you're on the bridge where the waterfall's coming down one
Yes.
side and then you look over on the other side and you see the floating mountains. It's really impressive.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite stories, and this is definitely those. I am lucky to, I'm Charlie in the chocolate factory. I'm happy to be there. I'm coming out of this attraction with my media host at the time, and he pauses us right here, and he goes, "I want you to look at something." What kind of pause? We just look, and he goes, "This will be the only time you ever see this pond without changing." And it is very true.
Yeah, yeah. Even in this day and age where
Yeah,
coins aren't really that prevalent anymore.
yeah.
We got a message from Christopher who says that they are in the animal kingdom right now. Where are you? Well, as you can see by the beautiful floating mountains, we are in Pandora, the world of Avatar.
God, this is so beautiful. Taking the time to just appreciate this land is something that we should all do every now and then because it is, I love Star Wars and Galaxy's Edge to me is amazing. Doesn't matter if it's a planet I've been to in films or not, they did a great job. But this is just stunning.
Yeah, I think Pandora is a really good example of you don't necessarily have to have seen a film to appreciate uh, a theme park land,
Yeah,
and the way they did Pandora, none of it is really based on the storytelling from the films, but rather the placement of the films and the
yes,
setting and the scenery. So it's very approachable to someone like me who isn't really interested in the film series. I saw Avatar: The Way of Water when it came out, only because I went there for work for a media event. Otherwise, I would have had no interest in seeing it, and I, it was an okay movie, but I didn't really get the hype.
well, you also kind of miss a big chunk of the story not seeing the first one.
Yes, which is fair, but I also didn't want to sit through another 3 hours of it.
Yeah. No, trust me, when I got my tickets, I knew it was long, but then I look at it like 3 hours and 15 plus the 30 for the trailers. Oh, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, this land, there's so many just small nooks and crannies. And one of the sad things, I talked about Joe talking about them getting more budget for the attractions, but in the land, there were so many lost concepts. Um, over straight ahead and past the little hill here, the roots, there used to be roots that if you shook them, it brought the tree to life because in Pandora, the trees and everything are part of the life of the planet. And it was something that I want to say the first media event and maybe the first few months, it was something that worked. And then after that, it just was gone. Um, I will continue to walk down this way towards underneath the Hallelujah Mountains and towards the entrance of Flight of Passage to the spot where you're talking. It is just one of those. You see the one? Yeah, this and Cars Land, I think, are two of the most beautiful scenic parts of any Disney park. And
Yeah,
that's
I
even
agree.
saying something about Mount Prometheus and Tokyo and everything. Um, but this is just so much detail.
There's so many scenic parts in Tokyo Disney Sea that they all blend together in a good
Yeah.
way, whereas this kind of stands out.
Yes. Yeah, and just like Cars Land, where the some of the world's largest rock work ever done. This one, and like you were talking about, the forced perspective of, hey, look at that sun glare. And the funny thing is, if this was one of those things, I don't know if I can get it without the glare. Um, yeah, the waterfalls, and for quite a while until I actually got a confirmation for somebody. If you follow the waterfall all the way up, it looks just like it's a waterfall. It's a continuous waterfall. But when you get to the top, it's not a waterfall. It's just, um, uh, you know,
Spinning rotors
yeah.
of some sort.
Um, Flight of Passage only has a 55-minute wait right now. So now is the
For
time to
for
get
as
over here.
for as close as we are to Christmas, that's not atrocious.
Yeah.
And folks, while we're heading through Pandora, the world of Avatar, if you have any questions, anything you'd like us to check out, comments, you want to say something really nice about Jeremiah, let us know in the comments section. We'll be happy to share and talk with you.
So here's another fun antidote. Act.
Anecdote.
Thank you. I was like, am I poisoned here? So when this land opened, it was right around the time of the Purple Wall and the Epcot Wall. And this area right here, they were trying to make the Moss Wall. Like if you go back towards the opening day, you'll see a lot of tweets of people with hashtag Moss Wall
Oh yeah,
because they were trying to make it a thing.
I got a photo with the moss wall.
So we're walking into the Wind Trader, which in the land, this is the only place that actually, and tell me if I start to get a little glitchy. Um, this is the only place that's actually celebrating Avatar Fire and Ash.
With merchandising.
Merchandising, merchandising, merchandising.
We're gonna go one of these first.
Yeah. Fun little zip up hoodie.
Cool. I'm gonna guess it has the logo on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, I was right.
This one is really cool. It's one of the new Banshees. It's just massive. But the wings also fold up, have wires in them, so you can fold it in on itself.
Oh, fun. That's cute.
Yeah. And of course, there you go. The one thing that wasn't announced when they talked about it is a brand new shoulder Banshee. Limited edition of
Pretty cool.
3,000.
That definitely shows off the kind of red colors they're going with for Fire and Ash. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of the things in here. This stuff doesn't have any signs that say this is for Fire and Ash, but everything has, like, here's the box that has red on it. And red isn't one of the predominant colors of Avatar. It's always been blue and green. So,
Yeah. But now there's fire and ash.
yes. Yeah, so they have the Banshee, they have the hoodie, the plush, the hat, the t-shirt, and then they have 2 pins. But that's about all that is for this.
If you want a closer look at the merchandising from Avatar, Fire and Ash, we will have a post up later today on laughingplace.com.
Oh, thank you for that plug, Luke.
Oh, of course. Now, Fred Ramirez asks, "What was the experience like seeing the first Avatar movie in theaters? If you did."
The first time I saw it, I was on a plane. flying, I believe, to Hong Kong.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah,
I mean, that's a long enough flight to watch it.
but watching, and that wasn't like a first class or even a comfort plus screen. It was the normal, like small screen. So watching it on that didn't seem too impressed. I did go see it in the theater just before this land opened because AMC at Disney Springs was showing it in 3D. And I figured if I'm
Okay.
going to see it again, have to see it the proper way. And I am a firm believer in it's Fern Gully. It's, Pocahontas. It's a classic story done with some beautiful visuals. I I just like with the Titanic or almost any James Cameron film. It seems that's not true. It's just Avatar and Titanic. Um, I was over the hype before I went and saw the movie. So
Peyton, yes, this is real. This is 100% real. Real Pandora at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
yep, yeah, this is a beautiful view here. The Honolulu Mountains. And like you were talking about earlier, it's better when you're in the queue for Flight of Passage where you can see the mountains more from that angle because from this angle, it almost looks like they are connected to the ground. But when you're up there, you see, nope, those are floating mountains.
Yeah. Yeah, it really depends on the your vantage point, I think.
These little creatures uh, used to move when when the park first opened or the land first opened, and they used to get people really wet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's a sign that says "Be cautious, you may get wet." And I actually forgotten about these little things until I came over here earlier. But again, it's the little details in this land and the waterfalls behind them. How it's not just you can tell it would be a natural path for a waterfall, kind of dug through the rock work, but it's all man-made. It's just an amazing area.
Fred Ramirez asks, "What's your most anticipated movie of next year?"
I want to say it was my number 20. Uh, it is Doomsday.
Yeah, I think Doomsday probably for me. Even though I don't know much about it, it seems like it could be good. The last two Avengers movies were good. We got the same director. So yeah, I'll go with that too.
Yeah, I mean as much as people have been off on Marvel films, and I understand some of them weren't the best. Some of them took a lot of homework to get into, but Avengers Doomsday, they watch Fantastic Four, which again, Fantastic Four is an amazing film. I don't know why it didn't do better in the theaters. And then I saw it was like the worst streaming premiere on Disney Plus that they've had.
Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah, that it's just one of those ones that doesn't make any sense because it is such a great film and you need no homework for it, but it will be setting up Doomsday.
Interesting.
So we are going to head out of the Pandora or Avatar, the world of Pandora. It's funny. People call the ride Avatar. I almost never call this land Avatar, the world of Pandora. I just refer to it as Pandora.
See, it's the other way around. It's Pandora, the world of Avatar.
Okay, thank you. I could,
But yeah, I call it Pandora. I think
yeah.
Pandora is just the simplest way to refer to it.
I mean, unless you're getting confused with the Pandora tiny shop in the entrance area.
Or Pawdora in the queue for Zootopia Better Zoogether.
So you saw Zootopia too, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we're going to cross over to the flock now while nobody's here. Okay, so you walk up to the flocka, which is dripping.
Flocka,
And then-
flocka. Oh, we're losing you a little bit there. I guess the service
That's
doesn't
okay,
like
it's not-
flocka.
And it's not releasing more of the
not
spores
working.
when you tap on it. No,
Oh, that's annoying.
which isn't a surprise because it got people wet. And it was fun watching them walk by, much like the spinning camels. Oh,
Yeah, I
back to
wonder if they
Zootopia
just
too.
turn that off for a certain time of the year, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. Again, there is nobody knows, and unless you're talking to some of the oh, I can't remember what the humans are called that are on the planet. Expats.
Yeah, no, me either.
Yeah,
Expats?
expert.
Okay.
Yeah, that will tell you about that, and that's even one of those ones of, is there anybody that remembers to tell you about that? You don't really know. So back to my lead into a complaint. I have not been shy about not being fond of the Zootopia Better Zootgether title since it was announced. And then I go see Zootopia 2. It's been out long enough. I'm not spoiling anything. At one point when Nick goes, he looks at Judy and they're about to jump. He goes, Zootgether? And Judy gives him the look of like, no, that's stupid. And then Nick acknowledges that it's dumb. But then they name an attraction Zootgether.
Well, Zootgether Day was a part of the plot in the film, wasn't it?
No.
I think so. I think it was mentioned by the mayor at some point. So the term comes from the film. So at least they didn't just make it up for this, and that makes it a little bit better, you know.
I will have
spoiler alert, but this isn't really giving away anything from the film.
Yeah, no. I will have to see it again. Anytime the mayor was on screen, I was always distracted by that play on words for him because he's a horse, so he's a mayor. Yeah, it's like the entire time I was like, that joke right there gets an award.
See, I didn't even think of that.
Mm-hmm.
We are heading towards perhaps one of my favorite holiday features of all of Walt Disney World, the delightful Merry Menagerie.
Yes. And if you're a D23 Gold member, last night they did a thing about the holidays around the world in the Gold Theater, and
which we have a recap of on our website.
And if you are a Gold member and didn't get a chance to see it, it is playing again on Saturday at 2 p.m. At 11. Nope, 2 p.m. Eastern. Nope. 11 Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. But they don't talk about how this is the coolest thing. And it really is.
It's such a simple thing, just something that they really could do year round with different kinds of animals and different styles, but just the somewhat festive white coloring and the musicians walking around as well. It just puts you in such a good mood.
Yes, I love this. Yes, the musicians walking around, and they switch out throughout the day. There's the baby seal. And of course, the birds.
The baby seal is perhaps the most adorable.
Yeah.
Or also the penguins, too. I love the penguins.
Yeah. And that's actually, we're going to sit here for a little bit, see if we can get a switch out to see them. Because we have a bird friend stopping by to say hello.
Hello, birds.
Yeah. And the fact that it's just here, it's not, you don't have to wait in line for it. You just kind of stumble upon it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really fun way to welcome you to the park.
Yeah, the birds are dive bombing guests that are getting photos out there trying to get their food. Yeah, and they have a violinist and what's the other strolling minstrel? I can't remember what they play.
Steel drums, I think.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, because there's the birds, there's the baby penguin, the polar bears, reindeer, mom and a small one. There's
Fred
the mom
Ramirez
of
says. Fred Ramirez says it almost reminds him of Doug the Christmas Tree, which I am not familiar with. I don't know if you are.
That's a good one.
Does he mean Douglas Fir?
Douglas Fir. That could be it. Yes, I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
Doug,
where
yes.
I was like,
I'm
Doug.
sure he'll let us know.
It's funny. Yesterday, our coworker Mac was doing a live stream doing the Christmas tree stroll, and I made a comment. I'm like, I was just doing that yesterday, and I asked him if he was seen Douglas, and I think he ended up missing Douglas by a little bit.
You beat him to it.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Fred Ramirez was talking about Douglas Fir.
And the violin making the sounds that are like the birds. It's just so cool. Oh,
Yeah.
birds falling in the trash can. That's funny. Well, I think we are getting close to a change out.
I love the music that plays all around Discovery Island, and then the addition of the violin and everything in there. It's very nice.
Okay, so there is a, yeah.
And the costumes on the I don't even know what to call them. Puppeteers, I'll go with.
Puppeteers, performers.
Yeah. They are just so nice. One of the fun things, and this is something the first year I noticed, they all have sunglasses as part of their costume because they're outside most of them. But all of their sunglasses are bamboo sunglasses.
Oh, fun! I
Yes.
want bamboo sunglasses.
That'd be nice.
Fun.
That should be our new costumes.
Our new costumes.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess if you have a costume, it's a Roosevelt shirt. So.
Yes. Which, speaking of, yesterday, the Muppets, and then Tuesday, Avatar. So, two amazing drops.
It's been a big week for Roosevelt's drops, and we have all the details at laughingplace.com on both collections. So, please check it out. There's one Muppet shirt. I have one of the Roosevelt's Muppet shirts, but there's one of them all kind of in like in the Muppet Show opening.
Yes,
very lovely.
Yeah, it's the Light the Lights one, and it's. I looked at that one and I was so close to getting that, but one, I need another Roosevelt like I need another hole in my head, and the only thing that really stopped me was if you look closely at it, just look at the size. Actually, since you're just at your computer, pull up the picture of that if you can.
Of which one?
The lights, them in the archway from the opening.
Gotcha. Yeah, give me 2 seconds here.
Zootopia Better Together, and the Nick and Judy meet and greet, which still from day one has been widely popular. Did you come out and get your annual pass magnets?
No, because I already had them.
Oh, you can get them again.
Yeah, but I don't need another one.
Yes. I was here on the first day of it where I was sitting over here, and this little green line is how the line would go. And it was all the way back here.
Oh
And I
yeah,
was just
no,
shaking my head.
it was pretty rough.
I walked in today, walked right up, didn't even wait a second.
Yeah, you just have to wait until not
Yeah.
go the first weekend that they're doing it, and you'll be set. I have the shirt prepared, so here is the Light the Lights Muppet shirt that Jeremiah was speaking about.
Now, if you can zoom in on Kermit.
Can I zoom in on Kermit? That's a great question. I don't know if I have the ability to do that, so I'm going to have to take a crop. So let's stand by.
Oh, Flame Tree Barbecue. Just
Love Flame Tree Barbecue. Animal Kingdom is probably, I would say, it is the best park as far as quick service food goes.
oh, absolutely. And even though, they're gonna spread around some of the dumbing down of the hot dogs and those because of the Restaurantosaurus closing. Still, Flame Tree Barbecue, their pulled pork, mac and cheese. Oh,
All right, I have the zoomed in kind of on Kermit.
so
Get a
just
little bit of a closer look at him here.
look at the size of Kermit, and then look at the size of his banjo. There's no way he could play the banjo. His arms aren't long enough.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of different Kermit styles here because
Yeah.
you've got Kermit just standing there, and then Kermit with the banjo too. But yeah, no, that's a very cool shirt for fans of the Muppet Show.
So here we are heading into what is left of Dinoland. And look at that. That is part of the show building that is being constructed for the Encanto attraction.
Yeah, that's going up pretty quick.
Yeah, it is.
That was definitely not. The last time I was at Animal Kingdom was probably earlier this month, and there were the cranes were there. Obviously, they've been doing a lot of work, but yeah, it was not that big.
No, I was here. I think I was here the day before they put up the video of the first beam going vertical for it. And
Yes.
because all we can see on this side are these construction walls, and maybe looking over in a few spots you can see deeper in, but it's not, this isn't hey, you get to see everything. And seeing how quick they are moving on that. Yeah.
Are you at the laughing place?
I am. Chris?
I saw that you. Yes, I'm Chris. I saw that you were in here, and I just texted you.
You're on here.
Oh my God, I am a big. Well, I mean, I'm subscribed to your channel.
Oh, great.
I wouldn't call myself a big fan, but I do. But I did want. But when I saw you were here, I wanted to catch you here.
Well,
I came here to see Santa Claus, obviously, because it's the last year for Dinoland and Santa Claus.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good day. Did you meet him?
Oh, yes, I did meet him. Got a video with him and everything, and a little video of the Dinoland. I always try to get some video of that whenever I'm in the area.
Yes.
This is silly, but could I get your autograph and my autograph?
Sure. I can't promise it'll be the cleanest because I'm writing kind of weird right now, but
This is brilliant. When I saw you were on here, I just wanted to get, I got a pen right here.
no problem. Here, I'll sign this over here on this trash can.
Hope this works.
So, Chris, tell us how much. Hang on, let me turn the camera over towards you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tell us how much fun you're having today.
Well, I just wanted to stop here before work to see Santa one last time before they close down Dinoland permanently. I'm a full-time employee here at Disney World, and I come here whenever I can, basically. It's a funny story how I got working here at Disney World. I basically just a longtime Disney fan, and I decided to one day get a job here at the park so I could, one day I hope to be an animator here at the Disney company, but for now I'm just basically, doing whatever I can to basically get into the company.
Where do you make magic, Chris?
Used to, you know where Mama Melrose used to be, right where that big Muppets restaurant
Oh, yeah.
was? I used to make magic right there inside the Mama Melrose restaurant. Unfortunately, after it closed, they had to switch my locations, and I am now working at Port Orleans.
Oh, nice. Beignets.
Yes. Yeah, well, unfortunately, with the work, you don't get much time with the beignets with the work, unfortunately.
Well,
but
Chris,
it's worth it to be able to see these parks as often as I do.
Exactly. You have a good day, sir, and we'll talk to you soon.
I hope to see you again around the park sometime.
Oh, yes, anytime.
That I could
Okay, this is the meta.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris. Talk to you later
I'll
on.
have to check out your video and like and subscribe it, obviously.
Chris is making a commercial for us.
It's wonderful to see you.
You also, Chris.
Chris took
Well-
over my job there for just a minute. And Chris may have also caused some... You're breaking up there a little bit, Jeremiah. We're stuck on a couple of frames. So while we wait for Jeremiah to catch up, I'll just say hello to everyone. As Fred Ramirez says hi to Chris. So, folks, if you are following along with us, we're here in Dino Land, USA, what remains of it. And we're going to take a look at the final remains of Dino Land. You're all caught up now, Jeremiah.
Okay, perfect.
Working well now.
Well, that was definitely a first. I mean, I've definitely met fans in the past, but I've never signed an autograph.
And how good did your autograph look?
It was not great. Trying to hold the camera and do everything, like it is definitely not one of those ones that they're going to be teaching characters how to sign.
No, Jeremiah, good walk around character.
Yeah, no.
Jeremiah, not great. As
No.
Kyle said.
Yes. So, wow, that mound of dirt is pretty massive. I think of anybody that's familiar with this. You know, it wasn't that deep when Primeval World was there. Was not that far back.
No, it didn't take up too much space.
Yeah, they pushed this back, and the stories that I always heard was when you got past where Primeval World was, there was kind of just a drop off due to the land itself. So the work that they've had to do to make this happen is pretty impressive. And I was speaking with the Walt Disney World ambassadors the other day, who they are the 26, 27 Walt Disney World ambassadors. And we were talking about, you know, the exciting things that they have coming up. And since we don't have an opening date for this, we're kind of like, maybe. And they were really hoping for it because Encanto is going to be one of those movies that, you know, since it came out, we've all wanted an attraction for it. And it's exciting that even though it's been out for quite a few years, less than a decade, but the fact that there is an attraction coming pretty quickly for it harkens back to the old days of, hey, this movie's going to be good, so we're going to have a day and date attraction. That doesn't work out that well, but this one at least isn't like Voyage of the Little Mermaid that is 20 some odd years later.
Yeah. Yeah, they really went quick with Frozen. They obviously that was a little bit easier because, you know, they were taking over for an existing attraction, but yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, this one I understand why this one isn't closing, you know, until next year, because they have to go through and do a lot of work on the inside and outside, but essentially the track, which is the hardest part, is still the same.
Yeah, the ride system itself really isn't going to be seeing too much of a change that we know of.
Yeah,
I highly doubt it, but
this is one of the things that I'm saddest about of Dinoland. Restaurantosaurus is one of those places that you could go into every day for a year and probably find something new.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
a really
sure,
big restaurant.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the camp or whatever theme it's going to be, because I believe this is going to be closer to the Indy attraction, so it will be something Indiana Jones type based. Will be cool, but it won't be as cool as having dinosaur bones and silly dinosaur jokes all over the place.
Yeah. I also love the music that plays, whether it's holiday time or regular time. Like you hear weird things like during the regular season, it's like the Peter Gunn theme, but like the 80s version of it. Very odd, but fun.
Yeah, it is one of those. You know, this park first opened, I was lucky enough to be here pretty close to the opening, and I have eaten in there many a time. And one of my favorite character breakfasts was uh, Breakfastosaurus, and it was Donald, and it was the Fab Five in there, but it was just you know buffet in that area with the characters for a character breakfast. It's just cool.
And we got some fun little Christmas decor here with the lights all around the dinosaurs. Daisy's meeting over there in a very festive zone.
Looks like sadly Chippendale have a long line, so we will not be visiting our favorite chipmunkosauruses.
As they should, because the chipmunkosauruses are wonderful, and
Yeah.
I will miss them.
Yes, that is one of those ones they need to find a reason to have dinosaurs somewhere else.
Right.
Oh, and this is also another view. You know, that's where the boneyard was. And what we're going to see, kind of where that crane is, more to the right, that's where the backhoe, I guess. That's going to be where the carousel is going to be. That anybody that saw our coverage of D23, the Ultimate Fan Event, or that was there, saw that the animals in there are going to be quote unquote wood carvings of, I don't want to say mythical animals, but Disney animals. Kevin from Up's going to be in there, and they're going to have some of the other fun ones in there. And that's, you know, it's a carousel, but still adding that
Yeah.
little extra bit to it.
And I think it'll be a very similar experience to Triceratops Spin, but I expect it to be more themed. You know,
Yes.
I think it will be a much more enjoyable experience all around.
So here we have Santa meeting here for the last time, even though we thought last year was going to be the first and only time.
Christopher once again says, "Thanks for the autograph."
Hey, Chris, pleasure to meet you, my friend. And of course, Dinosaur, Countdown to Extinction.
Yes. Countdown to Extinction. I remember those days. I remember it being Countdown to Extinction, even though I was very young at the time.
Hey, Luke, shut
Yes.
up.
It's true. You can't handle the truth.
Dino Sue will be another one that I will miss. This is just one of those stories. I know that I've shared it before. I'm going to share it again because, hey, why not? So when Dinoland USA, when Animal Kingdom first opened, they had the Dinosaur Jubilee, which is essentially where Encanto is going right now. And what it was an excavation tent. They had some fake dinosaurs in there, bones on display, but they also had actual paleontologists excavating the bones of Dino Sue, who we see in front of us. The story behind that was Dino Sue's the most complete T-Rex ever found. I want to say it still is. And there was a bidding war between Disney and the Chicago Field Museum, which now I guess is a good thing that the Chicago Field Museum won out. But so Chicago Field Museum won, but one of the things that Disney and them worked out was in the Dinosaur Jubilee, they could do excavating for the guests to see. So you would see real paleontologists working, not just, cast members acting like they're hatching a velociraptor or something in other theme parks. And when Dinosaur was completed, the original one is in the Field Museum in Chicago, where this is a casting of Dino Sue that has been on display here. And this is one of those things that I don't know where they're going to put this when it's done, but just like with Chippendale, they need to find a place for it.
Very interesting element of Animal Kingdom's past, and we actually have, I'll share it in our comments. We actually have an Extinct Attractions post on that from our own Cole from back in 2021, where he takes a look at the what was the Dinosaur Jubilee, and there's some images in there that I've never seen before as well. like the inflatable dinosaur that was a part of it.
Dinoland has lots of interesting bits and pieces. So the Dinorama area that used to be, um, oh man, I can't think of their names right now.
Chester and Hester.
Thank you. Uh, Originally, Chester and Hester were two dinosaurs. And then they had walkarounds for a little while of people as Chester and Hester. But if you walked into the shop that they used to have, they had pictures of Chester and Hester, which are from American Gothic, the classic
Interesting.
photo.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, go ahead.
I don't know if Cole talks about this in any of his things. It is something I believe I know we have an article on Laughing Place about the Velociraptor, who was a walk around. There are certain things that I look at that Disney did and can't believe they did it. And then there's some that I went to and really can't believe that they did it. And the Velociraptor is definitely one of those things. You know, it wasn't the living character initiative, but go find the photos of that. If you can, Luke, put those in our comments. That's something that everybody should see once.
Well, here's an image that we had in that article about Dinosaur Jubilee of an inflatable dinosaur that kind of beckoned you towards the Dinosaur Jubilee. And I don't think I've ever seen a photo of this. So this is pretty interesting to me.
I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
I know that I was able to visit Dino Jubilee, I think twice while I was here. And it was one of those really cool things because, you know, I never outgrew my love of dinosaurs, which is why this is one of my favorite attractions, not just because it's the closest to Indiana Jones that we would ever have gotten until they make it Indiana Jones, I guess. But, you know, actually being able to see them excavating bones from rock right here in front of you and seeing the dinosaurs on display. It was just one of those cool things.
So I think with this discussion of dinosaurs, that brings us to the end of our walk and talk, Jeremiah.
Does that mean we're going extinct?
Not yet, because you still have about a month and a half-ish to experience Dinosaur and the rest of Dino Land. So don't fret. You have until February. I believe it closes on February 2nd. So your last day to experience it is February 1st.
Yeah, which is going to be one of those days. So my suggestion, if you want to experience it without people talking through the pre-show, and by talking, doing the narration and screaming and doing all of that, come before that. I've been to enough last day things where that's not the most enjoyable way to experience it. Come before all of the fans and annual pass holders come to make it their own experience.
Fred Ramirez wishes us a nice weekend and happy holidays. So right back at you, Fred. Enjoy your holiday season. I don't believe we're going to have any walk and talks next week, just because it is the busiest time of the year at Walt Disney World, and it's a little bit more difficult to maneuver the parks when it's so busy. But you never know when we might pop up, so stay tuned. Spencer says they met Mickey and Minnie at Adventure Outpost today. Asked them if they're still his pal. And I would like to wager that they are.
I think that's a safe bet.
It seems like a safe bet to me. And as we wrap up, we would like to, as always, mention our travel partners over at Mouse Fan Travel, who can help you with your Disney vacation planning, whether you be heading to Walt Disney World, the Disneyland Resort, Disney Cruise Line. And the best thing about it, it's free.
What? No way. It's got to cost a mint. They do a lot of work for you. How do they do that for free, Luke?
They do a lot of work, but it's free. Yes, it's free to get a quote from our friends at Mouse Fan Travel. They'll take care of everything for you, whether it comes to your dining reservations, booking lightning lanes, anything you need them to do, they will do for you.
And do it happily. And they are some great people. I know our main travel agent, I've dealt with her for 12 years almost now. And one of those people that I know if I ever have a question, night and day. And literally, I've had to call her when I was in Europe while problems were happening. And even though it was late at night, she got back to me as soon as she possibly could. So they are not ones that are just going to leave you in a lurch.
So, yes, be sure to contact our friends at Mouse Fan Travel to plan your next Disney vacation. Jeremiah, thank you for walking around Disney's Animal Kingdom for us today. And thank you all for watching. And we will see you next time in the parks.
Feliz Navidad.
Prospero años felicidad.
Ooh, very good.
Probably isn't great.